For capitalweathergang.com. Thanks for joining for our holiday edition Sunset Live Q&A. The week starts out fairly bright, fairly mild. Temperatures go up until rain chances arrive by the end of this week. We could be a little bit damp, maybe Thursday, Friday, maybe a sprinkle on Saturday as well. I'm taking your questions on Instagram, on Facebook, X, and YouTube. Thanks so much for tuning in, Abby and Jay-Z and Kabakis. I appreciate seeing all of you, and Michael as well. All right, let's go through what we're looking at with the temperature trends this week. Slowly getting warmer and warmer as rain chances arrive Thursday, Friday. That's kind of when we see our medium-term peak in temperatures, near 50 to start the week, kind of surpassing maybe even mid-50s by the end of this week. I think a sprinkle is about the most we can expect on Saturday, so just stay tuned a little bit on Saturday's forecast, but overall, Sunday looks dry, Saturday leans dry, but maybe a system we'll go into in a moment does sneak kind of south and west of town on Saturday. So temperatures are animated here below, kind of getting warmer and warmer this week. Let's also look at kind of the winds finally behaving. I don't know if you were like me, but the winds were getting a little pesky, and it was difficult for the weather model data to pick up on the wind gusts earlier in this weekend. So they finally have calmed down. They should stay calm into the beginning of this week. So please enjoy your outdoor time. Maybe take a long lunch in the generally sunny skies as we go into the beginning of this week. But I do want to kind of think maybe that clouds are going to be hit or miss at times. Bright skies overall Tuesday and Wednesday. Today is a holiday Monday. Happy President's Day, everyone. But even ahead of our precipitation chances here below that are moving in Thursday, Friday, maybe exiting out on Saturday. Skies are not always going to be clear, but generally speaking, Tuesday, Wednesday leans brighter than not, leans sunny, though there could be some clouds, off and on at times. But Thursday, Friday are the better chances of seeing overcast skies as it looks now, maybe even on Saturday a little bit as well. Good evening, David and Julia. Thanks for tuning in from Facebook. Warmer weather we can talk about in a moment, moving in maybe this weekend and into next work week. The trends are there, but let's look at initially the clouds producing how much rain Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday. Not too much. Here it is through this upcoming weekend, maybe a 1/4 inch of rain at most, 1/3 of an inch in some of the luckier spots. So overall, this is not the rain chances that move in Thursday, Friday, and maybe a pesky little sprinkle on Saturday. They don't add up to much. Pretty light amounts overall. Thanks for tuning in, Abby and Amber and Tanya and Julia on Instagram. I appreciate seeing you on Instagram, X, Facebook, and YouTube. Let me know if you have any questions on any of our 4 social media channels. I'm Camden Walker for Capital Weather Gang. There's our blog. Anytime you need us 24/7, we're at capitalweathergang.com. This is our holiday edition. Typically, you talk to me as a Sunday Sunset Live Q&A every week, but because it's our President's Day today, happy President's Day. This is our last Monday chats until Memorial Day. So our last Monday holiday from now on for the next, good few months will be on our regular schedule for our weekly Sunday Sunset chats. Hi, Ruth Elisa. Thanks so much for tuning in from Facebook. All right, we were looking, I think, Julia from YouTube, you wanted some warmer temperatures. Well, I think you're going to get it later this weekend into next work week, 60s, maybe over 70 degrees is possible by the time we get into next work week. So if you are a warm weather lover, you are going to love the potential for the medium term being above average. Jezadel, any chance of snow before the season wraps up? I think yes. We are leaning pessimistic though. As it stands now, our SPI is at 0. Kind of for the next 7 days, we don't see the chance for accumulating snow being around, but things, DC can still snow near the solstice, the equinox in March. So don't completely rule everything out over the next month. We still have a little bit of snow season left, even if in the near term we are a little bit pessimistic here at capitalweathergang.com. So don't throw in the snow towel completely. But I'm also here at the top showing that pollen was moderate for trees in the past week. So allergy sufferers, I'm grouping you in with snow lovers. We all probably want a little bit more snow to keep that pollen and other allergens under control here at the end of winter. Our snowfall tracker is below. You can also find that at capitalweathergang.com. We keep track of all the snow we've had so far. And yes, unfortunately, we have dipped below average for tracking, as we normally would see 10.3 inches by this point in the season. Now we've fallen behind with our last tenth of an inch of snow. We're now up to an even 8 inches for the season, and we are tracking ahead there in later January, early February, but the season has caught up to us. We have now started falling behind for our snow season. But again, snow lovers, don't completely throw in the towel, even though our SPI is 0 right here above me. For the near term, chances being we're pretty darn pessimistic as it stands now. But the snow season, we've had many marches in the recent climate regime of being productive in the snow department. So don't completely write off snow just yet through March. All right, I'm Camden Walker for CapitalWeatherGang.com. Let me make sure I've caught up on all your questions on comments on Facebook, on X, on YouTube. Temperatures are animated below. Slow warming trend this week as by Thursday and Friday, rain chance moves into the region. Maybe a sprinkle on Saturday, but overall, most of the rain chances are confined to Thursday and Friday. So slow warming trend, generally bright skies the next couple days, but we do have higher chances of clouds. Even with some off and on clouds the next couple of days, I can't rule out cloud levels, not in the highest confidence, but more chance for clouds on Thursday and Friday as rain chances move in. All right, David, we're not ready to call winter over just yet. Great question from Facebook. And Elizabeth, cherry blossom forecast, typically closer to mid-March at the earliest. We'll keep you posted, especially once we see that first of the 6 phases develop in the budding. We will get a better, more confident idea of when we can see cherry blossoms finally go into peak bloom. I think their average now is, I want to say, early April, but we'll keep you posted. I need to study up. It's been a year since I've talked cherry blossom, so I'll be on top of that as we get warmer into cherry blossom season. All right, so David, pollen trackers back. Unfortunately, trees are moderate. And hello, Culpepper. Good to see you, Steve. Yep, the snow on Saturday was quickly. If you blinked, it was melting. And Cindy, I'm glad you liked the warming forecast with some sunshine the next couple days more often than not, fairly bright skies. And then some rain maybe helping us in the pollen departments at the end of this week, wash out some of that tree pollen, which is moderate. Hello, Peter. Thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate seeing you there on Facebook. All right, Amanda and Drury and Amaline and AM Nye and the original, good to see you on Instagram. Let me know if you have any questions on Instagram, Facebook, X, or YouTube. Let's look at the wind for tomorrow. It is behaving after we've had kind of a almost blustery start to our weekend. The winds took a little bit longer than even I expected for them to calm down, but finally we were getting some calmer, more tranquil conditions to enjoy with our sunshine and near average conditions. Pretty pleasant President's Day overall, I would argue. Now let me show you the clouds and the pattern for the rain this week. Generally confined in this precipitation animation below. I've focused on Thursday, Friday. That's the main area. Those 2 days are when we could see the rain chances. Maybe a sprinkle on Saturday. Look at that little system kind of sneak by to our south and west. So we could still see a sprinkle or so, maybe even a wet snowflake on Saturday, but nothing accumulating or just disruptive for the travel concerns as it stands now. Sunday should be dry and clearer, I think, than Saturday, but stay tuned to forecast tweaks as we get closer. Cloud levels above are generally kind of giving us more sun than not for the next couple days, but I wanted to kind of let you know that cloud levels are not the highest confidence for the next couple days. That I can't promise you wall-to-wall blue sky sunshine the next couple of days, but cloud chances do increase with the rain chances Thursday, Friday, and even some clouds and maybe a sprinkle on Saturday. Hello, Jim. Greetings. All right. The Floridian in you approves of the warming trend. I love that. Good to see you, Ike and Ace and the tall side. Excellent. All right. So we've got rain amounts over the next 7 days, not adding up to too much. So if you do have outdoor plans and you're worried about rain chances Thursday, Friday, and maybe that sprinkle Saturday, look how little it really adds up to in the next 6-7 days. A quarter, third of an inch in the luckiest spots. It's a pretty meager rainfall amount that we'll see through this weekend. By the time you talk to me next Sunday for a weekly Sunday Sunset Chat, this being our holiday edition today, you will probably not have seen too much in the rain department. Luckily, though, droughts and our rain deficit is not a worry at this time. No drought anywhere in our region to speak of. So we can afford to have some light rain chances in this forecast, which are good for outdoor plans as well. All right, I've got the medium-term forecast for temperatures above from the Climate Prediction Center. decent chance of above average temperatures, even starting maybe this weekend, going into next week, even potential for warmer conditions. This is one of those instances where the probability shaded in that medium orange, indicating a very decent probability for above average temperatures. It kind of, for once, goes hand in hand with the magnitude of warmth we could see. Not always the case by any stretch of the imagination, but the magnitude of next week's warmth could be putting us well into the 60s, and dare I say, an outside chance of being over 70 degrees. So warm weather lovers and Floridians who've moved to the area, enjoy that forecast. And then precipitation chances are leaning wetter than average, above average precipitation, decent probability of leaning probability of that for next work week as well. All right, David, I'm glad I'm answering your questions. Doing okay in the rain department? Yes, indeed. Mary, thanks for tuning in from Charlestown. And no President's Day trivia for me, Ruth Lisa. Let us know if you have any good trivia questions. All right. Oh, and I was neutral for the big game. All right. Barely stuck the snow. I agree with you there as well. All right. Elizabeth and Sheila and Natalie, thanks for tuning in from Instagram. On my Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and X, taking all your questions on all 4 of our social media channels. Camden Walker for CapitalWeatherGang.com. We're going through the entire forecast for this week, looking ahead to next week. The pollen, unfortunately, is back at the top there, medium levels for tree pollen. And I'm grouping you, the pollen allergy sufferers like me, I'm grouping us in with the snow lovers because we could stand to see some more snow to kind of keep pollen and other allergens under control, but we're pessimistic. Look at that 0 out of 10 on our snow potential index, our SPI. Which, of course, anytime we see the potential for an inch or greater of accumulating snow in the next 7 days, at CapitalWeatherGang.com, you will see us put that SPI out. Also on Facebook, X, we will keep you posted for any signs of snow, because snow lovers, I know, we're hurting this year. We now, with 8 inches of snow for the snow season to date, we're tracking a little bit behind. We normally should have 10.3 in an average season of snow to this point in the snow season, but despite us being pretty pessimistic in the near term, we're not willing to call winter over. We are not willing to say no more snow for the entirety of the season. So March has produced, in recent years, March has been a snow producing month. And even we've all seen some flakes in April, we know around here, even if they don't accumulate. So we'll keep you posted. Snow lovers, do not throw in the towel completely just yet for the rest of the snow season. Here's your forecast at a glance. The latest forecast is at the top there by Jason Samanel on CapitalWeatherGang.com. And the temperature trend is slowly warmer. Animated below here, you'll see warmer and warmer colors, especially at the end of the week, which coincide with the rise in rain chances on Thursday and Friday as well. Hello, Charlene. Good to see you there in Glenville, Pennsylvania. And Ruth Lisa, all right, first week of March, the birthday is not guaranteed to be a washout. Can't talk about any rain or even temperature details for the first week of March just yet. But as you've seen, a moment ago, we were, and we'll go into that again, the medium term going toward March is for warmer and leaning wetter conditions as well. All right, have I missed any questions? The original on Instagram, I really appreciate the kind words. That's very nice of you on Instagram. Thanks, the original. All right, I think I've caught up on questions on all 4 of our social media channels right now on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm on the air another 6 minutes or so. I'm Camden Walker. CapitalWeatherGang.com is where you can find us anytime, 24/7. This is our holiday Sunset Live Q&A. Typically, we do our Sunday Sunset Live Q&As, but our final Monday holiday, happy President's Day, until Memorial Day. So we'll be back into our regular schedule for a few months for our weekly Sunday Sunset Chats. Kenny is swamped with rain near Martinsburg, doing great in the rain department. Yes, indeed. No drought to speak of anywhere in the region. Wind has finally calmed down, by the way. I wanted to just make a note that after a breezy kind of end of the week into the weekend, breezes finally have calmed down. We should be pretty tranquil tomorrow. Maybe wind again by the end of the week, but that's low confidence as it stands now. Finally, though, a little more tranquil. Cloud levels, not the highest confidence, but skies should lean bright. We should have fairly bright skies the next couple days, even with some off and on clouds. Rain chances, I zoomed in this animation for Thursday, Friday, and even that sprinkle chance on Saturday. So during those 3 days, that's the main animation below. If you are very risk averse for rain for outdoor plans this weekend, you can more reliably, with higher confidence, rely on Sunday being dry over Saturday. But overall, the system that is maybe going to throw us a sprinkle or one wet snowflake on Saturday, it's going to track pretty quickly south and west of town. The main focus for our rain chances will be Thursday and Friday this week. Timing, generally, stay tuned for slight tweaks, but overall, the rain is focused on Thursday and Friday. David, indeed, next week, 70 can't be ruled out, so get out on that balcony next week. Snow is not done, Devin, for the DMV, even if in the near term we are pessimistic. And I think I've caught up on those comments on all 4 of our channels now. Very good. Let us continue into 7-day rain amounts by the time you talk to me for our weekly Sunday sunset chat this upcoming weekend. Rain chances, though it could be pesky Thursday and Friday, they do not amount to much. Maybe a quarter to a third of an inch in the luckiest spots. Happy President's Day, Winston, to you as well. And David, we had the clipper with some substance, some sinking air came into our area to kind of subdue that snow with that clipper recently, if that is your question, I think. Charlene is getting out her seed trays. Good call, slowly but surely. Do not, though, Charlene and fellow gardeners, don't assume we're anywhere near the beginning of growing season reliably without frosts and freezes just yet. Even if snow chances are low, I don't want anyone irrevocably putting out a plant outside that can't be moved in a pot back inside very often over the coming weeks. So next work week, we're leaning above average with very decent probability for temperatures being above average. Yes, David, I can't rule out 70 degrees next work week, and precipitation for the medium term for next work week leans above average. So we could see some, greater numbers of rain chances next week as well. Pollen, unfortunately, it is back moderate there for trees at the top. We could use some more snow to keep the allergens under control, but nothing in the near term with our SPI being 0, unfortunately, snow lovers, but we're not throwing in the towel. I think Winston asked about that. We're not completely throwing in the towel for the remainder of snow season this year. But in the near term, yes, pretty darn pessimistic. And here's the snow tracker that you can find on capitalweathergang.com anytime you want to know how much snow we've gotten for season to date. And yes, tracking a little bit behind. It normally should be 10.3 inches by this point in the season, and now we're tracking behind with merely 8 inches for the snow season to date. Thanks for everyone tuning in on Instagram. We've got Terry and Megan and Sargam and Ish and Tarsal and Iskadisi and Guy as well. And we've got David, Lewis, and Marie. Good seeing you. All right. Let's see, David, you've smashed your total for last year, indeed. And yep, Marie I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for big snow in March. Can't rule that out. And the sun angle does make it harder for snow to stick, Lewis, as we get deeper into February and March, indeed. Good, very good point. And so hopefully we can get a nice nighttime snow right where the sun is not an issue. And David, you're most welcome. All right, let's see. We've got KK and Laura on Instagram. Very good. I will review everything with you one more time in the next 2 minutes that I'm on the air. I'm Camden Walker for CapitalWeatherGang.com. Happy President's Day. This is a holiday Sunset Live, Holiday Monday edition, which we normally speak on our weekly Sunday Sunset Chats, as we will next week through the weekend before Memorial Day. Memorial Day is our next Monday holiday. Latest forecast, a warming trend this week is on the blog at CapitalWeatherGang.com by Jason Samanow. Forecast at a glance here, graphically speaking, helps you visualize, I think, that we have brighter, sunny-ish skies for the next couple of days. Rain chances move in for the end of the week, Thursday, Friday, maybe a sprinkle Saturday, with Sunday generally leaning dry overall. And temperatures animated here below with more warm colors by the end of the week. We start off near 50 and surpass 50 and get in maybe to the mid-50s by the end of the week. I can't even rule out upper 50s by the end of this week. All right, we've got wind staying calm. Finally, we've earned our tranquil conditions after kind of a blustery end of the week and start to the weekend. Then I've got the clouds to show you that are not highest confidence over the next couple days. The clouds could interfere with some of our sunshine, so I'm not going to promise wall-to-wall blue skies. But brighter skies than not until Thursday and Friday when the rain chances I've zoomed in on in this animation. Rain chances move in with some very substantial cloud cover Thursday, Friday, and maybe Saturday as well. We could see a sprinkle, but nothing is majorly disruptive in the rain department because in the next 7 days, we're really just expecting a tenth to a third of an inch in the luckiest spots. It's generally light rain, intermittent rain, so don't completely cancel your outdoor plans as it stands now. And finally, I think I want to review with you how we're looking at next week in the medium term. This next work week map above for temperatures has a decent probability of being above average. Can't rule out being above 70 once or twice next work week. Outside chance. And then we could lean with precipitation, a slight probability of above average precipitation as well. Pollen allergy sufferers, you have probably feeling that tree pollen is moderate as I am. Snow lovers, I'm sorry. And from the allergy department, I could certainly use more snow, but we have 8 inches so far this season and a pessimistic view for the near term, even though we're not throwing in the towel for the rest of the snow season into March. But in the next several days to a week, we are reducing our snow potential index down to 0. All right, that is my time. I appreciate seeing all of you. I'm Camden Walker for Capital Weather Gang. There's our blog right here at capitalweathergang.com anytime you need us. I've caught up on all the questions on Instagram. It looks like Jayesh and Karen, Audrey, thanks for tuning in. Marie, thanks for tuning in from Facebook. Good to see you as well, David. And time flies indeed. And all right, so HL, don't plan too much specifics for outdoor plans in March just yet. I will keep you posted though on our weekly Sunday sunset chats coming up. And Maria, good seeing you as well. Take care, everyone. Have a good, pleasant, shortened work week. Enjoy the bright skies and dry-ish conditions for the next couple days ahead of our rain chances Thursday and Friday. Bye for now, and I'll see you next Sunday.